Hi, what am I musing about today? I'm musing how different it is now, today, in the season we're really and truly in, this one, versus how our King ran things while he was here during his 1,000-year reign. It's just so different. It's night and day. Could you imagine? I mean, I was in a property management continuing education class today, and I will be tomorrow. And I'm just listening to all this about the property taxes and the tenant landlord law and how much money, you have to pay to have a roof over your head. It's disgusting. It just is so backwards. I think to myself, you know what? You don't own it. I don't own it. Our Holy Father owns it all. And we're the only species that has to pay currency to live safely, like within a structure. It's just, I'm sick of it. Again, it always leads me back to what I resent most, which is our forced slavery. Yeah. How we get to chase paper, which has more occult symbolism on it than a Ouija board does. Yeah. So we get to chase worthless occult paper with the one-eyed God. And then we catch it, we chase it, we catch it. We're exhausted by doing that, only to have to release it. Yeah, it's like a catch and release with paper. And it's slavery. And I know we're all sick of it. We're all just so sick of it because we, members of mankind, okay, we who are made of dust, we were never monkeys. There is no evolution. And because there's no evolution, we are not human beings. No, we're not. Human being, Homo sapien, is intelligent monkey. Okay? Yeah. Look it up, man. The reptiles, Hasatan and his reptilian minions, have us calling ourselves and each other monkeys. Yeah. Are they cute? Yeah. I'm just, we're all sick of them. But the thing is Earthlings, we are built not to live like this. Not at all. Not at all. It's just so upside down. And I'm tired of the reptiles running the show. They are wearing the crowns. They're walking the red carpets because they're all of the same bloodline. That's why they walk red carpets. They're saying we are of this bloodline, right? I can't stand it anymore. I cannot stand how rigged the system is. And that's what I was saying. We Earthlings, right? My dusty fellow brothers and sisters, okay, of dust. We are not meant to live like this. And that's how we know what season we're in. Collectively, I believe we're just being devoured and enslaved, okay? And our slavery is not even the worst kind. If you're just slaving for paper, and hope to God you can make it to keep the roof over your head and buy enough false, fake, phony, poison food to keep you going, right? I've had enough of the rigged game, and that's the point. If you are a fellow earthling and a child of the Most High, we're being put through the ringer right now. We lose and they win as they devour us, and particularly the little ones. Yeah. Oh yeah. They love the little innocent ones the most. And I'm sick of them. I'm sick of a rigged system. We were never meant to win, ever. Okay. And it's just obnoxious how rigged it is. And that's the thing. If you're an earthling and we see that, gee, there's no friggin' way to win, it makes us not want to play. Okay. I don't want to play in their reptile games. I don't want to slave and work for paper I can't keep and pray to God that I don't break my ankle as I do work that I'm forced to do, because then I'm knocked out entirely. And I don't even have insurance, which is a scam sham. So, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm ranting and I'm musing. It's just, I just think about Tartaria. I really think about how it was so beautiful for us, for mankind, for the glorified saints, for our King Jesus, for all the angels. All of heaven was put right, you see, during Jesus's millennial kingdom. And imagine, they probably ate manna, and then they went to baths and fountains and hot springs and anything that healed, right? They had bells and organs and music that healed and vibrated, right? The schematics, the light, the music, the vibration, the frequency, the healing. And then when you have a nice respite and you're full up with manna and you're perfectly imperfect, right? As a person of flesh during the millennial kingdom, right? I mean, fully nourished on manna, angel bread, right? With Jesus at the helm, and then getting ready to take an airship over to St. Peter's Basilica, because he's going to speak tonight. He's going to tell stories of what it felt like to walk on water. See, that's what I'm talking about here, when everything was free, everything was shared and beautiful. And now look what the F we've got to deal with. It's just incredible. And that's what I'm musing about today. I'm musing about the stark difference between 400 years ago and now. It's just insane to me, because I really do believe we are in Satan's little season. And he had to be given this time, in my opinion, for a lot of reasons, but the main one, why Satan was given this time, because he was already chained. I mean, just, it's over. We win, right? So why would our Father dare to bring that thing back, our enemy and his and Jesus's? He's everybody's enemy, unless, you're one of his minions. Filthy, raping minion. That's all they do is pillage and this. Yeah. And of course, steal, kill, destroy. I mean, yeah. But I believe, the first place he went when he came up and out of that pit was the Vatican. Okay. And the reason, because they had to start lying from the pulpit, and they had to have their missionaries, their filthy minions who went on missions to do this to children in orphanages. And it was filthy. All of it is that thing Hasatan touches, but he had to be given some time. It's his last hurrah. I believe the watchers are out. I believe a lot of creatures are out for one last hurrah, because they're going to the lake of fire. But the reason he was brought back for a short while, we don't even know. Only our Father knows the time, okay? Is all the souls that were slaughtered under the command of the Most High, who commanded that in many, many places in Canaan, okay, the promised land, which is truly in North America, okay, Canaan, all of the Bible happened in North America, okay, and that's fascinating. But this is why he was brought back, because our Father commanded that many thousands, maybe millions of men, women, children, and animals be slaughtered. Imagine that job that Joshua and Caleb and his troops had, and Saul and Paul. I mean, all the warriors against the evil ones, the Nephilim, right? And we're still fighting them for one last go right here, right now. And we're, since 1750, 1770, 1776, Statue of Liberty. That's the very abomination of desolation. Yeah, that was erected in Jerusalem when the temple came down in 70 AD. I believe Statue of Liberty is the very statue that was erected there. How about it, right? These are just things I muse about, because I have to be in the matrix for the chasing of the paper. Oh man, it hurts. And I know it hurts you guys too, because we're not meant to live like this. And then come home and microwave a friggin' Hot Pocket. I mean, I think there's more nutritional value if you ate a leather shoe, okay, than eating and consuming a Hot Pocket. I mean, the food, I mean, it's ridiculous, And then, of course, the earthlings, we are bound to get sick from all that they're doing. Chemtrails, fluoride in the water. I'm sorry. I'm ranting. I'm sorry. I'm musing. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Okay? I hate my enemy, and any enemy of my Father and Jesus is my enemy. And that's why I'm telling you the truth. If you consider yourself to be a true follower of the Most High, and you love your King, and you follow Jesus from here to eternity, don't you dare celebrate Halloween. Don't you dare. Loyalty is everything, especially now in the little season when everybody is deceived or drunk or deluded. I mean, every one of us is affected by the dirt bag greatly, and the systems within which we must churn his beast system. And I'm friggin' sick of it. I'm sick of it. And what got me to the truth of the little season is when I found out that they treat cancer, which we are bound to get because we are under constant just being infected by poisons that we see, that we don't see, that they're everywhere. Parasites. It goes on and on and on and on with this creature. He knows no end, and he's never, ever satiated. That's why there's always got to be more rituals, more this, more that. It's disgusting. They are disgusting, and they're going to burn for it, for everything they're doing to us. They're going to burn, and they need to. For just one of the children, they did. It's a lot to take, man. It really is. I often I thank my Father for opening my eyes, for bringing me out of drunkenness, because I was in the pit. I was in the dark, dark waters. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know my left hand from my right. And He and Jesus brought me out. And here I am, 7 years after Jesus saved me. But I've been studying the Matrix for a quarter of a century, okay? And when I found out that we are treated with what is chemically mustard gas for the very cancers that they spring upon us unknowingly. I've seen video of Nordex. Nordex is like a Doppler tower system. Okay. That's what it is. And I have seen video of Nordex, this tower system, microwaving entire U.S. populations as we slept 13 hours straight. When I'm telling you he's the prince of the power of the air and he ain't stopping for nothing. What is that, another evergreen shipment coming in for the reptiles? Oh yeah. Non-stop, right? Never been more evil than it's been right here, right now, except tomorrow will be even more. Because even more of us will have been consumed and devoured and left for dead, just dying in cardboard boxes because people cannot afford a friggin' roof. I have had it. I've had it. I've had enough of it. And the only solution, as I sat to keep my property management license intact, I got to play by the rules, so I do. Because what I think the only way to go, the only solution that and I'm sure you can see is right about now, we got to get it together. We got to cinch it like a waist. Get together, folks, and create communities that can self-sustain a bit. So we're off grid and away from the Matrix and the reptilian thing that they're recreating. It's bizarre as AI comes into the mix. They can have it. They can have it. Take it. Take it. Feast. Mother, feast. Go ahead. Go ahead. Devour us. Go ahead. Because this is it. Your last supper is right around the corner. So says the Most High. He's going to rain fire upon your war of Gog Magog. He puts an end to you. And you're tossed. After we get to judge you. Oh, I can't wait for that day. I cannot wait for that day because I'm going to judge you. Oh, I have a big testimony. You only took everything, you stole it. Like you steal everything else. Well, not anymore. Gig's up. And didn't I read somewhere that actually, Hasatan, you owe me sevenfold what you stole? Sevenfold. Pay up, bitch. Pay up. I'm due, and you owe it. I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of the system. And I know you're with me, my fellow brothers, brethren, sisters in Christ. We've got to pull it together. Ain't no way one person or two people can afford $1,800 a month just for a roof. It's got to end. And how we end it is in our communities, we cinch it. We build a wall, Jericho style. We become a camp of saints, because that's the thing. You know, with all due respect, I hear that, you know, the camp of the saints is in one particular location. No. Where I live in Northwest Montana, there is a great camp of saints here. There's a lot of salty warriors in my neck of the woods. And we are going off grid. It's the only friggin' way. It's the only way. I'm going to leave it with this. I heard this once and I love it so, so much. Heaven and hell look the same. In heaven and hell both, there are huge, massive, bubbling cauldrons of delicious fare. It's yummy, the yummiest food you've ever tasted, so rich and yummy, scrumptious, in these big bubbling cauldrons. And about 25 people sat around each and every one of these cauldrons, which both in heaven and hell, you could see as far as your eye could take you. Cauldrons of bubbling food, all with people sitting around them in both heaven and hell. And everybody had a long spoon. Everybody sitting around the cauldrons as far as the eye can see, with 25 people around each and every cauldron, had these large, long spoons. But the difference was, in hell, everybody was starving. They couldn't get to the food quick enough, and they were desperate. They were trying to get those long spoons in the cauldron and back to their own mouth, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it as much as they tried. So in hell, everybody was starving and shriveling away, desperately trying to get one bite in. Where in heaven, same thing was going on, except with those long spoons. Everybody was feeding one another. Right? So we all have a very long spoon right about now. So what are you going to choose to do with that spoon? You going to try to feed yourself only? Or are you going to serve your neighbor? It's the only way we're going to make it, you guys. See, if the reptiles continue to isolate and separate us, divide and conquer us, they'll do worse. Now's the time. We got to get together and create our own camp of saints. Peace. Let's build.
From Genesis light to Sinai's thunder to Christ's lightning return, the Bible is saturated with the electric language of God's power. Lightning is his discharge, fire is his plasma presence, thunder is his resonant voice, light is his radiant glory. The firmament and earth are his capacitor storing and releasing charge, and the blood of Christ is his living conductor, bridging heaven and earth. Creation is a circuit. The firmament and the earth are plates of God's capacitor. The stars are bound in his currents. The earth trembles when his power flows, and the blood of Christ is the conductor that restores the broken connection between humanity and its source. As Hebrews chapter 12 verse 29 declares, our God is a consuming fire, and through the blood of Jesus, that fire flows into us to purify, to empower, and to reconcile us with him forever. Thanks for watching. Don't forget